I know a lot of people are super, super excited about this. To me, this is just a domino currently. I was never excited about the prospect of Armor Wars. I remember when they announced that at the Disney Investor Call or whatever, like the Disney Plus day, and they're like, Armor Wars. I'm going, oh, okay. Does that mean we get Justin Hammer back? That's cool if that's the case.
Justin Hammer.
But Armor Wars is being transitioned away from being a Disney Plus series to being a theatrically released movie. I think that's the big caveat here. It's a theatrically released movie, not a directed Disney Plus movie. I say this is a domino more so than an announcement, as we just talked about Blade potentially getting massively delayed due to the director just leaving, getting fired, whatever you want to call it.
Quote unquote, yeah.
Yeah, because the story wasn't up to par. They're going to need something to slot into that time slot for when Blade was supposed to come out. And if this story is close enough to being ready to film, I bet they're like looking at it going, okay, this could be a 6 to 7 hour thing, or we could trim this down and make it a 2-hour movie and probably tell the story in a much more convincing manner. I was never excited for Armor Wars, but I think this might be a smart move. But more than anything, I see this as a move to patch up the hole that Blade is cutting through the MCU right now. Of, all right, just swap that out for this for right now. We'll put Blade on the back burner until we get this figured out. Armor Wars. Remember that thing that we almost completely forgot about a few months ago and gave you no product, no official update over the years that it's been in development? Armor Wars, you're up to bat. It's like Little League when there's that one kid on the end of the bench. Hey, you're a pinch hitter. And he like wakes up from his nap going, oh, I'm in? Cool, my turn.
Cool.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what Armor Wars is. Armor Wars to me, ever since they announced it, never felt like it was, it's gonna sound mean, but it never felt like it was important. Like, oh, okay, someone's stealing Tony's tech. The multiverse is collapsing, but oh no, a billionaire's toy has gone missing. Like, I'm sorry, it seems low stakes compared to where we are currently leading to in the MCU. And maybe there's been some talk that might tie into Secret Invasion somehow, but
I mean, Don Cheadle's in Secret Invasion, so like that's cool, I guess. Sure, why not? I'm with you on this. War Machine is like, he's a guy that kind of exists in the Avengers. Doesn't, I know I'm gonna catch heat for this, but I don't feel like he brings all that much.
I miss Terrence Howard. I miss Terrence Howard's roadie.
I do too. And no offense to Cheadle, because I love Don. He's so good in everything he does. But unfortunately for him, when he fell in so was it Civil War?
Yeah, Civil War, your favorite.
Yeah, when he fell, it's one of the reasons I am Civil War left a bad taste in my mouth. When he fell, and we were Tony has this whole moment of crying over War Machine because they think he's dead, and then literally not even 20 minutes later, we see him trying to go through physical therapy, trying to walk again. It's my issue with that middle section of the Marvel universe, where death isn't permanent. It's not actually a risk because we can just slap a band-aid on it and keep moving. All of my emotional energy went into that moment of like, oh my gosh, they actually killed War Machine. That's crazy. And now he's still around. Stakes? And and it's like, all right, I guess give us a reason to, as an audience member, to care that you're here. Okay. Eesh.
Something else, if for some reason this doesn't develop into a movie, then there's another development that supposedly Marvel is considering, that I wouldn't be surprised if more Marvel shows going forward adopt this mentality, and that is Werewolf by Night is coming out this weekend, and it's like a 50-minute one-off special. I would not be surprised at all if some shows in the future, like potentially in Armor Wars, like that Wakanda series that we talked about, or wasn't there like a Dora Milaje series that they're talking about doing, or the Agatha Agent something of Chaos show? If those kind of take the one-off approach of, all right, it's not a full-fledged movie, but like a 50 to 60 minute long one-off special in this self-contained world, maybe that could be a thing that they look at in the future for Disney Plus. Like, well, it all kind of depends on how good Werewolf by Night does, and supposedly it's getting rave reviews. I could see Armor Wars being more of that, of like a one-off, standalone type of thing, as opposed to a full-fledged movie. It's just like, I get why Black Widow had a movie. Granted, it was many years too late. It should have happened
Oh, absolutely.
in between Winter Soldier and Civil War, but there's a lot of politics as to why that didn't happen, or stupid reasons. But Black Widow was at least like a core member of the Avengers that was well beloved. So many people make fun of like the Hawkeye show because they're just like, well, Marvel's scraping the bottom of the barrel for characters to have content. Yeah, Rhodey kind of feels the same way, though, to me, of like, really? Rhodey is getting a movie. Rhodey. He's fine, but like, he's a really good supporting character. And I think a show probably could have served him better, but maybe the show didn't have 6 to 7 hours worth of content. They had to strip it back. But again, top candidate for me is it's got to be something Blade related. They just needed to fill a stopgap here because production schedules.
Exactly. Because I just, to me, at least with Hawkeye, he has that moment with Natasha and with Black Widow. So like there's actual trauma there and stuff like that, and which feels a little cheap to Rhodey because it's, he almost died, but like at the same time it's like we haven't seen any reason that would affect anything going forward. So I don't know. We'll see. I definitely agree. I think that them moving this to a movie is just to fill that slot. Who knows? Maybe Ironheart will cause this to be a bigger deal. I don't know. We'll see.